So let's welcome back to the show the ranking Republican on House Oversight, also with Education and Labor, Congressman James Comer. Okay, let me put it to you this way. It's great to see you again, sir. President Biden has been around since the Nixon administration. Nancy Pelosi's since been around the Reagan era. I think Schumer's been around since George H.W. They've been around for generations. Why is the answer always to throw more of our money at it and they don't track it? It just flies out the door. It's ready, fire, then aim.
I have no idea. And it's so frustrating. And just think, when we come back this week to Washington, they want to pass more COVID relief, $15 billion more, at a time when they've just revealed that at least $8 billion was stolen. So call me a skeptic when Joe Biden announces that his solution to this problem is he's going to create another government bureaucracy within the Department of Justice and hire another person whose sole responsibility is to try to track down waste, fraud, and abuse. That's what the House Oversight Committee should be doing. But yet the Democrats don't want to provide any oversight. They're not concerned about waste, fraud, and abuse. They're just concerned about Donald Trump and anything that may or may not have happened in the Trump administration.
Well, it's just rank politics, right? It's just bare-knuckle politics still. At our expense. Here we are at the second anniversary of the pandemic. We're still 4 million jobs short. The failed lockdowns destroyed 22 million jobs, 11 million job openings. We poured $6 trillion into the economy. Just 2 months ago, the president was warning of a winter of severe illness and death. And now the CDC says 98% of Americans can stop wearing masks indoors.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we've been saying for many, many months now. The Republicans have been trying to get things back to normal, get the government out of the way, let the private sector take off, but yet the Democrats want more government control. The Democrats were very slow to reveal the data, the actual true data about how we were out of the pandemic months and months ago. They wanted to continue with the mask mandates. They wanted to continue with the government shutdown. They wanted to continue to pay people not to work. And this has had detrimental effect on the economy. This has led to supply chain shortages. This has led to inflation. And it's going to take a while to get our economy back on track. But the thing that needs to be done in Washington is to get out of the way. But the Democrats don't want to do that.
Well, you know what? Maybe voters will get him out of the way, because now look at this move, too. Senator Rand Paul is taking the fight right to Dr. Fauci, introduces an amendment to fire Dr. Fauci as the NIAID director, dividing his power into 3 separate institutes. Senator Paul says we lost more than individuals to the pandemic. We lost our freedoms, our liberties, our vibrant small-town main streets, our children's growth and learning for 2 years. Our lives, he says, were held captive by petty tyrants and power-hungry bureaucrats. That's a direct quote from Senator Rand Paul. But Dr. Fauci lately has been nowhere to be found. Your reaction?
Well, it's pretty surprising that the Democrats used Dr. Fauci front and center for so long during the pandemic. But once they started following the political science and comprehending the polls and figuring out that the American people were fed up with Dr. Fauci and the American people have lost trust and confidence in Dr. Fauci, then they put him exactly where Donald Trump had him, out of the TV cameras, kind of in the basement. Now it's very clear that Dr. Fauci needs to go. So I'm hopeful that Dr. Fauci will go in some form or fashion. Joe Biden, if he were a strong president and did the right thing and followed the political science in addition to the science, he would have already terminated Dr. Fauci.
Yes, Senator Paul says no one person should have the sole authority to shut down America. When the WHO in 2019 said lockdowns failed in the 1918 flu pandemic, the evidence was there. Don't do widespread lockdowns. Shut down large gatherings. Let's listen to the Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant. He's basically saying, why are we doing these vaccine mandates? Why is my colleague he's unvaccinated? He's not allowed to play, but he's allowed to come into the arena to watch games. Watch this.
It's ridiculous. Like, I don't understand it at all. Yeah, I don't get it. It just feels like at this point now, somebody's trying to make a statement or a point to flex their authority. But, you know, everybody out here looking for attention, and that's what I feel like the mayor wants right now, some attention, you know.
That's about vaccine mandates. Your final word, sir?
Well, it's crazy. I mean, the data shows that it's time for the United States to move on. Its data always showed that school was the safest place for our children, yet The Democrats continue to insist that children wear masks in school, and this has had detrimental effects on education. So it's time to move on. I hope that the Democrats are finally getting the message.
Representative James Comer, thank you so much. It's good to see you.